How does meditation of love affect the world?
Om, Namaste.
Let us think about what will happen to us, not with the world, but with us, if we will meditate on love, compassion, and the desire for happiness. There are 3 stages in meditation. The first is called dharana concentration. This means that we must first concentrate on love, compassion, and the wish for happiness for all living beings, and then achieve good concentration. For example, if you can hold your mind for 12 seconds, without distraction, you have good concentration. And then absorption occurs. Absorption means that you have deeply concentrated and are absorbed in the idea of peace, happiness, love, and compassion. If you can remain in this state for 12 times, 144 seconds without allowing a single thought or any distractions, this will be dhyana. Dhyana is meditation. Finally, suppose you become very deeply absorbed in concentrating on the energy of love, joy, and happiness. In that case, the wish for happiness for the whole world will last for about half an hour and 29 minutes. So 144 seconds multiplied 12 more. That will be samadhi. Dharana, dhyana, samadhi is a triad called samyama in Patanjali Yoga. When we perform such a meditation, we must remember these 3 stages. We must first learn to concentrate well on love, the wish for happiness and compassion, then enter into absorption in meditation, and then completely absorb ourselves in this state for half an hour, so that our breathing is very elusive, short, does not go out many fingers from our mouth, so that it is not frequent. For example, maybe 4 breaths per minute, rare. And at this moment, intense concentration is possible. And this is what we call meditation on unconditional infinite love, the wish for happiness and compassion. If you enter such meditation at least a little, you will find that your mind calms down and becomes very peaceful. You have a feeling of inner happiness, inner integrity grows, inner harmony grows, and you feel good just like that. And you feel a very loving, joyful state in yourself. You experience such a loving and joyful state towards all living beings. And such a harmonious state in Sanskrit is called sattva guna, the guna of grace, the quality of grace, radiance and light. And those who live in pure sattva guna are gods. And if you have studied the philosophy of yoga, Hinduism, and Tantrism little, then divine beings live a very long time, and they do not get sick. They control reality with the power of thought. They have not one body, but many. They are characterized by multi-corporeality. They can create a body at any point in space and do not need to build houses. They can create a living environment, a habitat at any point in the universe with the power of consciousness. Moreover, they can live even in different universes. And there are many bodies living in different universes. This is multi-corporeality life in multi-reality. Moreover, such gods are immortal. They control the power of thought and the environment. They can even create their own pure, prosperous universe, and and control the course of history. These gods live outside logic by the power of intention, creating any events, any reality. And here is immortality, multi-corporeality, life in multi-reality, control of reality by the power of thought. Life in a mandala in a world created by one's mind, creation of one's own universe. This is a consequence of the fact that the gods have perfectly established themselves as the grace of Sattva Guna. They are always in such meditation. Their bodies consist of pure elements, of light and radiance. Suppose we learn such a depth of meditation on love and compassion for happiness for all living beings. In that case, we will be able to abide in all these sublime, majestic states and the divine dimension of happiness just like the gods. However, this will not happen right away since it will take a very long time and maybe not in one life. But you can notice less obvious signs that you are establishing yourself in the meditation of wishing happiness, love, and compassion for all living beings. Your health improves. Your destiny improves. Luck is attracted to you. Other people become more favorable to you. Spiritual strength will appear within you, and clarity allows you to see ahead and manage reality a little. Your intuition increases around you, creating an atmosphere of grace, flowering prosperity, or even blooming complexity. Your well-being, wealth, abundance, and prosperity increase. Your relationship with others is harmonized. You do not encounter situations of conflict, discontent, or something terrible. You are always in harmony with others, and you live by such principle. I agree with everyone. Everyone agrees with me. I love everyone. Everyone loves me. I wish happiness to everyone. Everyone wishes happiness to me. As for the outside world, what changes can the outside world experience if many people begin to meditate on this topic? And this is a particular meditation. It is called the meditation of the four infinite states of Brahma, the creator of the universe, and it is described in classical texts. In particular, in the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, the Rishi Patanjali, who recommends meditating on these topics. It is also common in Buddhism, being one of the principal meditations for those entering this path. Suppose many people start doing this meditation daily. In that case, gradually, the life expectancy of people will begin to increase. Evil influences, the influence of evil planets, negative evil spirits bringing diseases, tormenting the subtle energy bodies of people will disappear, weakening their strength. And on the contrary, light spirits, internal deities will awaken and will send more blessings to people. Wars and conflicts will gradually disappear. Economic prosperity will begin. Science will flourish. And many discoveries will be made, inventions that make people's lives easier. The elements of nature will begin to come into harmony and balance, and the weather and climate will improve. The earth will become more fertile, will produce more crops, and universal abundance and prosperity will begin gradually. Humanity will forget about all conflicts and misunderstandings and will become a single human and even divine family, what is called in Hinduism in Sanatana Dharma, Vasudev Kutumbakam. People will gradually focus on the inner divine potential and begin to reveal it. The entire human race will begin to grow into God-manhood. Flowering, blossoming prosperity, economic growth, abundance, well-being, beauty, improvement of surrounding landscapes, improvement of ecology, purification of water, purification of air, purification of the soil of the earth, improvement of relationships between nations, peoples, and individuals, reduction of obstacles, increase in life expectancy, vitality, and potential, improvement of intelligence. All this happens thanks to this meditation of the four infinite states. If all 7 billion people learn this meditation and will practice it for at least 5 minutes a day, and then use this meditation in their daily lives and relationships with each other, very big changes will happen in the world. Wars will be impossible if you meditate, wishing people happiness, love, compassion, and goodness. There will be no need for wars, armies, or conflicts. And the world will begin to change in a completely new direction. At least 5 minutes a day, if all 7 billion people will perform it, each in their own way. Do not necessarily have to be Hindu yogis. If people directed their minds to these thoughts in accordance with their religious tradition or culture, the world would change significantly. However, spiritual teachers, swamis, gurus, lamas, pastors, imams, and fathers must teach their followers this meditation or prayer. If there is no meditation in one's tradition, but there is a prayer, they could teach it to all living beings in such way. This meditation, this direction of the mind, should be taught in schools, kindergartens, and educational institutions. It is necessary to attract the attention of politicians, scientists, and cultural figures to this meditation. It should be distributed on a global scale and propagated en masse on a global scale, just like the principle of ahimsa. Humanity can give birth to its own new culture of neo-humanity, God-humanity, a culture of love, compassion, good wishes for happiness, and a culture of non-violence. And this is what should be propagated in the media, on all TV channels, in all newspapers and magazines. Artists should sing about and glorify these topics in verse. Theater performances and plays should be staged on these topics. Films should be made. Books and poems should be written on this topic. This should be painted and sculpted. It should be talked about. Scientific research should be done on this topic, substantiating it from a scientific point of view. This should become the rhetoric of politicians, diplomats, not the war, but nonviolence, love, and compassion. Religious leaders should speak about this from all pulpits, tribunes, and asanas from all frontal places. This should be taught to children in kindergartens, nurseries, schools, and to young men and women in institutes and universities. Academics, the Academy of Sciences, and the scientific community should do this. They should develop a new educational spiritual paradigm for humanity in the third millennium. This should become a new paradigm for humanity in the third millennium. Not economics, wars, conflicts, business, money, enrichment. Not even biomedical technologies, genetic researches, but the civilization of the spirit. We need new thinking and a new vision beyond racial, cultural, and religious restrictions for all people. If we do this, humanity will flourish in the third millennium. But if we encourage the culture of violence, conflicts, and wars, then humanity's existence is in great question in the form it is now. The task of all people, especially spiritual people, is to use at least this meditation or this prayer to express good wishes of love, happiness, and compassion for all living beings. Spiritual teachers, mentors, mahants, swamis, yogis, pastors, and lamas must teach this to everyone who wants to do so. It must be taught en masse in parks, squares, forests, homes, on TV, on the internet, and anywhere, so that all 7 billion people know this meditation, know there is such a prayer and such a meditation, and apply it in their lives. Then, something on earth can change, and global and positive changes can happen. I pray that this happens and that we all see it, feel it, and hear it, so that it all manifests and materializes.
Om Namaste.